Countdown to 25 Days of Christmas is on. Yes! And the biggest adventure. Countdown to 25 Days of Christmas.
On 34th Street, the original 1947 version. Now, if you remember, I kind of mentioned it. It was one of the top 19 Thanksgiving movies to me. And the reason why it was so low on that list was because it's technically a Christmas movie. And here it is on my all-time favorite Christmas movie list. Now, a little bit of backstory with me. I don't really get into the comedy of yesteryear film, I guess. I mean, yeah, I can kind of see what they're doing with the joke, but I don't really find it that funny. Here, it's still pretty funny. I don't understand why. I like it. The comedy is pretty funny, in my opinion. Still to this day. And I'm a stupid millennial, people, so whatever. Take that for what you will. Santa. First and foremost, what we gotta talk about is Santa. Because that's what the whole movie's about. The guy who plays Santa in this movie is clearly Santa. I mean, whenever you think of Santa, you think of this guy. Okay, this guy represents everything Santa-oriented, okay? If there was one person who you would pinpoint as probably could be Santa, I would say this guy. By far. A lot better than the 1994 version. He was kind of a little too upbeat and happy for me. This guy, he's human, okay? He's down to earth. When he sees that guy on the Macy's float drinking all that, he gets pissed, man. He goes out and he replaces him. Why? Because Santa, the whole memory, the whole everything about Santa is important to him. His reputation is important to him. And if the kids can't get Santa, he will die inside. You can feel it in this guy. And yeah, man, perfect. This is like one of the greatest Santa Claus movies that's ever come to existence. And surprisingly enough, it came out during the summertime. It came out in the summer of 1947, not during Christmas time, which is very weird to me. But apparently it lived on, so I mean, whatever. So the story's pretty solid. Again, the story's pretty solid. I mean, it's a classic. If they weren't constantly ripping off like It's a Wonderful Life and A Christmas Carol, they would be ripping off this too, because they are. Pretty much. I mean, if you look at modern day Santa movies like Ernest Saves Christmas or whatever, you see kind of a little thing of Miracle on 34th Street and all that. It's one of the greatest Christmas stories ever told, really. And the music, I mean, it's upbeat. It's a little 40s for me, but you know, you can kind of get by it, especially since it was made in the 40s, so whatever. The characters are brilliant, man. I mean, the lawyer who helps him out, who helps Kris Kringle out, I don't like that guy, man. He's so nonchalant, very just go with the flow type guy. That's the guy I really like. The mom is kind of upbeat, kind of tense and all that. I don't really get behind her, but that's what her character is. And by the end, it's a character arc, if you will. At the end, she realizes, hey, just go with the flow, you know? It's Christmas. Santa, okay? Santa's real. He's magic. Just let Just let your daughter believe in something. It helps her out, if you will. The kid is fantastic, man. I mean, she's one of the best kid actors ever. I think she also was in The Searchers, and she was a whole bunch of other movies, and then kind of died tragically, which probably shouldn't say that because it's a Christmas review, but whatever. It's worthy of note, but I think her name is, I don't remember what her name was, but anyway, she's a fantastic actress. She did fantastic in this movie. She even thought that the guy who played Santa was actually Santa, and then when he shaved his beard, she was like traumatized, I guess, because that was how much she believed that he was Santa, which is also probably really, really dark, especially for this movie. The behind the scenes of this movie is really just weird. Anyway, the movie itself, truly spectacular. I mean, they tried with the remake. It didn't really live up to it. I mean, one of the things that I also need to point out is the Gimbals and Macy's tie-ins. This is like one of the first ever like direct tie-ins, like product placements in a movie. You got Gimbals and Macy's, two of the biggest competitors ever. It's like, I know many of you haven't heard of Gimbals, especially if you aren't in like the Northwest, I guess, which is where they're based in. But it's kind of like McDonald's and Burger King, or Coke and Pepsi. Okay, they are very, very top competitors, and they would never, ever be in a movie together. And yet they were in a movie together. Not only that, but with an actor playing the founder of Macy's, man. And I believe an actor who played the founder of Gimbals. They were in a movie together. And they were allowed to shake hands because Santa told them to. That is powerful stuff right there. That subtext is even far greater than you even realize. That is like, that's like Coke and President Coke and the President of Pepsi shaking hands and working together for the common good of Christmas. That is some powerful stuff right there. This movie just honestly blows me out of the water every year. I watch it every year on Thanksgiving because I technically call it a Thanksgiving movie, but there's it's mostly a lot of Christmas stuff elements in there. It also has the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and they actually filmed an actual Macy's parade in there, okay? That's how dedicated these people were. It was like the Christmas of 1946, Thanksgiving 1946, and they shot that Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and they had the Santa be the Santa, you know? It was pretty good. That's dedication right there, okay? They put all this work, all this dedication into this movie, and it shows, man. I watch it every year on Thanksgiving. I watch it every year on Christmas. By George, man, this is like top level stuff right here, okay? I mean, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. Don't watch the Matilda 1994 version, which is just crap. Watch the 1947 version. The 1947 version is where it's at, okay? It's in black and white, but you can also get it in color too, okay, if you're weirded out from black and white. So, yeah, you can get it in color too. So, yeah,